Me, na Yusuf Ujalo, the Cowfoot Prince. And you, they listen to Truth Radio on 103.9 FM live inside Freetown. Na to the last.
Well, me fancy him anyway for do what you say no more Olivia
Truth Media.
to
Media.
India
Truth. Yes, you. Truth Media. Join on Truth Media.
Truth Media.
Say unala we dey watch Truth Media.
Me watch
Unala we dey listen to Truth Media.
now listen June
Una listen to Truth Media.
now listen to so media.
No, Truth. You don't have the Truth there.
Okay, Truth.
Unala we dey listen to Truth Media.
Now listen to so media.
Truth Media.
Media. Very no bad. Nasa anybody Salomon. Yeah, they live for the people them for do any business for do some. Yeah, they live in the office. They no bad. Any business for do some. Are they pass course for make any students them. Anyway, for make or the confusion or the education, anybody for learner, anybody for prepare, any song if for the anybody.
Me, na Yusuf Ujalo, the Cowfoot Prince. And you, they listen to Truth Radio on 103.9 FM live inside Freetown. Na to the last.
In our hands, no more silence. We take a stand for the people who cry for the dreams that fade. We speak for the hearts that justice betrayed. Radio True Media
on FM 103.9.
Radio True Media
on FM 103.9.
Now we voice, now we power. True Media go shine like tower. We no go fear, we go talk. Even if they know I make we talk. True Media Radio on FM 103.9.
Now God we dey Friday, not true we dey preach. Freedom of speech, now that we dey teach.
For Salon, we go stand tall. Radio True Media,
one voice for all.
We honor the land, the struggle, the fight. We shine a light in the darkest night because we believe in hard work and faith. To Sierra Leone way, we hold the line. Come what may.
Them one set we more them, but we go shout. Now the poor man voice we they bring out.
Now we alright for know the truth. Now that make we go protect the truth.
True big and not they neglect anyone.
We are the voice, we are the flame. Truth will rise, they'll know our name. We are the truth and nothing else.
Truth they get, we know they play.
Now for Salon, we declare the way.
Ida Gentadi, Truth Radio Gonga kan katemedere etati tokbere jenai FM ko Gonga kan lutata.
You listen to Truth Radio 103.9 FM live from Freetown. Na true the last.
I hope that our visitors would listen to this song carefully, because it's true. trying their best to stop our progress with bad propaganda. I mean the foreign press. Bad things are blown out proportion and spread all around. But the good things of the island they will never mention. Like our scholars have sit and passed every test. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. You know our music is rated amongst the best. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. But if a man steal a mango or breeze blow up a woman dress, bet your life we making headline in the foreign press. True, true. Lamba bombe pa. Lamba doba. Lamba de la de da.
Good morning, Freetown. Good morning, Sierra Leone. It's a hearty welcome to another edition of Stop Press right here on Truth Radio 103.9 FM. My name is Christian Conte, and this is Stop Press, the program that brings you a deep dive analysis of major issues making headlines across the media landscape. Today, we shift our focus from politics and policy to something very deeply personal and profoundly urgent: child protection. We're talking about boundaries, consent, the fight against sexual exploitation of our children, through a bold and transformative initiative known as Parent Education. Behind this movement is a young woman whose voice is reshaping how children learn to say no, understand their rights, and protect their own very bodies. She is the national coordinator of the Young Women in Democracy Forum, and she's a democracy advocate and also a champion for child safety. Joining me in the studios today is Badratu Toure. Badratu, good morning. Welcome to Stop Press.
Good morning, Chris. Good morning, my beautiful people out there.
So stay with us for the next 60 minutes and we'll unpack the mission, the message, and the momentum behind the Parent Education. My name is Christian Conte, and as usual, this is Stop Press.
I hope that our visitors would listen to this song carefully, because it's true. They're trying their best to stop our progress with bad propaganda. I mean the foreign press.
Welcome to Stop Press on Truth FM 103.9 FM. My name again is Christian Conte, and my guest is Badratu Toure, and she's here to talk about the Parent Education and other things related to democracy. Now, Badratu, before we talk about the key topic, the Parent Education, before we actually dissect and all that, let me talk about you work in the democracy space. You involved in a couple of things. There's this organization, and you're the national coordinator, the Young Women in Democracy Forum, and you do a lot of things. At some point in time, I know you do CGG, you do some work around democracy, and I see you around elections and all that. And then, how has it been in that space of advocating for democracy, particularly around until we get Boku elections?
Good morning, everyone. It's a tough question. I've been into a lot of stuff, but the underlying word is these are passionate things we are the do, we are the feel say, I give back to my country. For example, I did a National Election Watch as the Quality Assurance and Accreditation Officer. When you say it's a coalition of over 450 organizations, I've been there since 2017, where I was groomed in the democracy space. And then in 2022, we launched the Young Women in Democracy Forum, which is a platform that is created for young people for able amplify their own issues, specifically around democracy and the safety environments for kids. But in a democratic aspect, when we created the organization, now CGG found the organization Campaign for Good Governance in 2022. So they want for close the generational gap. You know, if the strong women them now within this space then go, who that then go take place, who that then go amplify, continue for amplify the women voice system. So then create this platform for make we able champion we own issues them. There are a lot of barriers where they inhibit women's participation in politics. So we want to get that platform for discuss some of them here, for empower, build the capacity of young women for able to come in this space in decision-making processes.
That's a very interesting thing. I know I noticed that the democracy space, you know, we have very prominent women. We don't do a lot of work, and the way that they transition and get other young women coming in is very interesting. And mostly around we politics and elections, we have a lot of woman then, you know, I could just go just a quick rundown. We don't get Chief Electoral Commissioner in a woman, of course. We have had people in the Electoral Commission, we in our commissioners, then we in a woman over the period. And you talk about CGG, we have had Madam Marcella has been there. We've also had people like Madam Valnora Edwin, and a lot of names around. And you younger folks coming in and fulfill that gap. How is it like, you know, they for carry that kind of burden? Because most of the women in that space always say, oh, it's a male-dominated space, you know, there's a lot of pressure there, but you choose for Didi. What do they keep you moving in that space?
Like I said earlier, it's the mentorship in these areas is very key when you find yourself in this kind of space. Because one of the things that we will find out a lot, one of the barriers where make women they come na the fore, now that in terms of most women don't get thick skin for able to get that heat, you know, na the democratic space. But then that was the idea where CGG bring come on board, it creates this platform for able for build with capacity. How young women them for able for take the space, debunking all of those barriers for them in that particular space. So one of the things that we do after we create the organization, we set up structures. So we get structures across the country. We get 16 district coordinators. We get 5 regional coordinators where they coordinate activities at the district level. There we know what's they happen at the communities. Let any issue champion, let be uniform. So the first issue champion na the Giwi bill then, we be in a parliament, gender equality and women's empowerment bill then. That was then. So we champion for amplify the concepts, the detail of that bill day, and also advocate for members of parliament to consider for pass that bill day. So we did a lot of social media engagements, we did flyers on board, share on social media, and we amplify that particular stuff thing. And then we also we don't get a lot of capacity building trainings for young women across the country. Prior to the 2023 elections, we got some district engagements them for know the preparedness of women them in election, and for also know the challenges that waiting at the fears them when they come into elections. And they tell you, a lot of women, they tell you, say, me, no one for go na politics because of the cyberbullying. And the people the way you mentioned, the woman the way you mentioned, we all don't see in this country the kind of cyberbullying where they don't go through. So a lot of women they afraid. But
definitely women need to get thick skin.
Yes.
I remember I had an interview with Madam Marcella, you know, and he talked about way still strike me, and I always laugh for him. But he say, you know, in the space where they say, I see people they write and say, you know, find self a war. You say, my work has nothing to do with beauty pageants. to beauty contests I can't stand. You know, it's just me doing my job. So over that period, when I don't succeed, forget women, they don't really come into the space, decide, okay, we'll run for member of parliament, we'll run for the presidency, we'll go into politics, even though these barriers and they based on una work on, you know.
Yes, so we don't get a lot of women them they thrive in different spaces. So I will start from with district coordinator with the Kenima. Right now she's a vice president in university. So these are space where we encourage women them for thrive. we get another member, another district coordinator where they corner. It gets a whole institution where they empower women them, and they make sure say invoice they had for encourage women them for participate, for empower themselves, because when you are going into politics as well, you have to empower yourself. And it is not only about politics, but also being able to be part of the decision making processes at that level there, because most times we find out say we they take the back seat. And same way, so it was during this period as well, we secretary instead Edebo in be the president na university. So all these are gains where we don't get over the years. And now we get we advocacy officer, they do masters right now Mariam side, they do masters na Ireland. And before that, they don't get a lot of recognition before they take that platform there. I don't want to talk about me.
Definitely, I don't follow you. You a lot of, it's a lot of platforms you don't be on, national, international.
So we don't, in fact, this platform, it don't create a lot of safe space. We get discussions that we're very, very open. We don't able forget we get about a couple of ladies them where they're not even like get mine for old mic. So when we they go na then space then we they force them. In fact, we get we here for she campaign and I can them away then CGG. Ingo grab you and be you Kale can't talk the shame. Yes. So we they really, really encourage them for let them participate. And they are all doing well. And not only participation, we also they train them for make them able for communicate and work out there. Because now I tell you, we always tell them that social media is a new resume right now. People they follow you, people they see what you they do. So we they encourage them for use the social media positively. It is not about going to Paris and you post I'm chilling with my guys. Yes. And we also they make them known. We they give them example. Like for me right now, you go ChatGPT, you search Badria Tutuye. ChatGPT, they able give you whole information about what I'm doing. So we they always say, ask yourself, if I go to GPT right now, I type Chris, what I will find about you? If you are posting about those chilling, nothing will come. Nobody know they see you. Or you go on social media, you begin use name, it's crazy. And my name is Badriatu.
Maybe I can see their free questions.
Yes. And my name is Badriatu. So then we they tell them, they understand like you get opportunity for entering an interview room. They ask you, give us your social media handle. Imagine if now rubbish you get the ask the
now people they take you serious based on what you post on social media.
Yes.
I know a couple of people don't go interviews like in the American Embassy.
Yes.
Watch. You also like them on a gun related business.
Yes.
And we're like, okay, this person we not think so once and
we get some ladies and young women will not be ever active in social media. But with this platform, I tell you, now they are very active posting their stuff and positively. Because we want for me them participate positively. We want for me them amplify them voices them on issues where they affect women. We want for make them understand what are the barriers where they make women afraid for come forward in terms of one of the things about what we can discuss as always. You cannot come on you want not go be part of political space where financially empowered. Because this whole thing about empowerment, I remember Charles Van Dina Minister of Gender, where we call invite some of the engagement there. It was always he said nobody no like you. He said all this they call it money. Definitely. Money. So in as much as we get people who not go college, but then they do very well in their businesses. Yes, they are thriving. So if you look at if you not get that opportunity for land book, or you no give for land book, no force.
Yeah, you can do a lot of other things.
Go do other things. We get people where they do makeup. We get people where they do garage side. In fact, last week, 2 weeks ago, the Western Urban team then come, then contribute, then go do, then go do garage side.
At some point in time, are really jealous of people that way learn skills.
Yeah.
Like somebody, for example, somebody started make AC and all that. Every 2-3 days, you must get work, you must get some technical problem here and there. But when like book and this, if office work not there,
you have to wait.
So it's very good, to have skills and any good. And speaking of money, yes, definitely. When they talk about empowerment, you need to get some outside you get. No matter how small, you know, me say forget Boko because the work where we do and where we also do in And when it talks about democracy, like we at the media, speak truth to power, you need for able to feed yourself, feed your family.
Yes.
Because if you know able to feed yourself and your family, there is no way they can begin talk certain bold things.
Yeah.
Because the people that you talk against, the people that way you want to transform and change, if not for them pull your breath away from yourself, they go do it. So you need to be empowered financially too.
You know, say financial empowerment say they make you bold.
I know.
I remember say,
Definitely.
I will feed myself. Why go can't talk? This person, if I can't
They
talk,
don't
this
get to
one,
go call
so
that
I'm not
coffee,
going to give me
say,
money.
I want this, so yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we they teach them all them kind skills and they then kind thing the way they make woman them know they come na the phone na decision making levels them, we they encourage them. And now we are seeing a lot of improvements. We they see what they do na them small corner. I can always tell them, sometimes I can watch you and they talk, but I know we they follow. And I feel happy seeing you guys thriving. So it's very, very important for make them able to get that kind, empowerment.
Yeah. So we talk about the parents' education. It's like the main agenda for today. But I will take you unawares. We just get first of all, what are you position as a young woman? We day in this space about FGM generally. We have had a lot of discussions around FGM campaign, pro, against, and all that. What's been your position? Either your position personally or your organization position. Just any one of them. What's the position on FGM?
So one, I've never taken a position in terms of FGM.
Why?
Organizational wise,
Why?
I've never have the discussion.
Okay.
I've never had the discussion.
Okay.
We not ever get that kind of conversation in our organization.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can't speak anything now, I know go. It is not on behalf of my
Okay, so
organization.
on behalf of you,
Personally-
you don't listen to the conversation.
Personally, I've not been into this conversation like openly. Yeah.
You don't in the democracy space deal with politicians, so you don't seem for Sabi talk for just some questions there. You're in a salon, a woman in Sierra Leone, we get long experience, you've been through a lot, you've seen things, you've had the conversation. So why would I not decide for take a position? This is a very important thing for women and girls. I'd expect to say, when I forget a position as organization, if I not get personally you get preferences.
Yeah, but you know what? Every organization gets a niche.
Yeah.
And we know there are a lot of women organizations where they champion FGM, which of course we they follow as well. But I cannot speak on that right
You cannot have
now.
a definite position on that.
Position on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the president don't signed the Child Rights Act, and one of the key contentions, the act is quite good. Get a lot of provisions to protect women and girls. The key contention again is FGM. There is no clear area outside and say this is wrong. And a lot of people are concerned. That's an organization where they deal with women and girls, becoming, young women who don't ever think it's something you should be concerned about at some point in time. Maybe me don't come to now.
Maybe I'll say noted. I will
Okay.
take note of that. But then it has never been our niche. But we have members, because Young Women is a coalition of young women organizations across the country. So we have members in the coalition that are dealing with that in their organizations.
Okay.
So maybe I would recommend we'll have this conversation at the right time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we say ambush you, but that's what we do.
I know.
Okay, so now let's go to the main conversation. I have followed this parents education, parents campaign for quite a while. Maybe from last year, I don't follow, don't see how much it don't go. And when I put out the flyer and parents education, people were like surprised, waiting this and all that. So let's start from there. What are the actual meaning behind the parents education campaign?
Okay. So, parents education, it's an underwear rule where they teach young girls and boys how they're able to protect themselves from sexual abuse or rape. So, they're able to identify what sexual abuse is. And then they're able to speak up. So that's just a general meaning. But PANTS is an acronym, the plural form of PANTS, P-A-N-T-S. It's an acronym. So each of these letters get a meaning. Like PANTS, P mean private or private. So the parents, the guardians, need for understand, say, they need for engage your picking and say, private. Your private is your private. Like, okay, engage your kid and say, your private is your personal property. Like, you are the landlord. Now, you are the landlord. Nobody no get right for touch you. And then, we can give them exceptional cases. So say you mommy, we go use the loo, the bathroom, the toilet, or your guardian or your sister, we get say exceptional cases then. Or if you sick, so say well come on a private part, then go to the medical practitioner. The medical practitioner for able explain to the pikin why it puts in an private part. So that is the meaning of P. Private are private.
You come to the ANTS. Just quickly, just while we prepare a clip when you go to school, we talk to the pikin, and we'll get on the immediately done the acronym.
Yeah,
Continue.
Sure. So the A, always remember your body belongs to you. So the pikin for always remember say in body belong to them. Nobody else no get rights na that in body day. And part of this A, we dey tell them say there are 5 private parts. Because the pikin most even not to pikin even with the big one, so they say private part, if you say that the other it was no more. Now then we mind the one too. Yeah. So we dey tell them say you get 5 private parts. The first one you get the mouth. The mouth na private part. And when we dey tell about sexual abuse, we dey always emphasize say the meaning of sexual abuse is unwanted kissing and unwanted touching. So if we dey get that kind of definition, we need for make them understand where when are they unwanted kissing and touching for them. So the first thing are the mouth. The mouth is a private part. We get the breast. Because many time we dey see people in our community we pikin small and we begin call them wife. Yeah. Then we begin acting ways. Those are norm, like now it's normal to our people in our communities. And then go be me pikin don't me woman don't put bobby you begin touching breast. So that way breast is your private part. Nobody no get rights for touch them. Pamply play safe. And then we get the buttocks when at the waist. The waist na private part, so nobody no get that leverage for good touch. And then we get the thighs. We tell them say middle you leg them. No na private part. And then we get the private parts now where they under it was. If I would engage with the tell let them touch all the private parts what they call. Yeah. Nobody no get rights for putting hand inside your drawers because now your private parts. So these are the 5 things. So we can engage with the tell them if you not forget anything, not forget say you 5 private parts and you get them. So that's the A. Yeah. The N, no means no. The pikin for understand say no means no. No matter the sweet way that person give you, if somebody touch any sign of their 5 private parts the pikin for say no. If that uncle or auntie give you sweets, you for still stand by you no. If that uncle or auntie give you money, you for still stand by you no. You for no say na no. Because your body belongs to you. So then the Nativo can emphasize to them. So no means no is very important. Then the T, you talk about secrets that upset you. Many times, picking them they know they feel comfortable for talk to them parents them. And not for the picking them faults. The parents, they create that kind of platform for make picking them feel comfortable for talk to we. So we tell them say there are 2 types of secrets. One secret is the way they make you happy. Those are secrets. It's normal. You can discuss it with your party there. If you not discuss yourself, it's not harmful. Like for example, you get sports. Where school sports say the people can be so excited they want to study for camp because they say they go eat chicken. Yeah. They go eat chips. Then they go dance. So they are excited. They go plan at their age, at their arts. That's they make you happy. All the time, but they cry. They look forward to my mother for can celebrate. My mother for can buy this for me. Will buy cake for me. Those are happy moments. Yeah. Like with the Muslim, the way eat they come, the pikin no say, give for wear fine suits, give for wear fine abaya. They go for making they get for eat fine eats, they go for kill sheep. Or where Christmas they come, so oh my God, December then pikin they no say where Christmas they come, it's a festive season. So they get all that kind of plans standing at their mind, it make them happy. But any secrets where they make pikin feel, if fear for talk about, we can tell them so not talk about them. Any secrets where they make you think say if I talk this, me mama go alapa me talk about them. Any secrets where they make you afraid, and like the person tell you say if you talk I will kill you, talk about them. So we dey give them all that kind of awareness, they understand. So after all our processes, that processing day, the last one with an S, you need to speak up. We don't think about something where they make you happy. You don't think about something where they make you sad. The next step you take, the S, you should speak up.
Definitely. But it's very interesting. So this now something where even adults but adults not even know. We these things happen in our communities. We take it like a usual that you for allow for happen. Now, more take this clip where you did at school. They engage some of them picking on just the same thing you don't say, and we'll come back and continue the conversation.
Yeah. The first private part, you say outside, you start with the one like it was there. Like private part. Nobody not get rights for touch me. This super dear one I do not class. Not get rights for touch that private part. The big man or the woman will not for touch. You. This super dear in private part now you get her. You not get rights for touch and you understand? So that's now 1. 2. You must make a private part. You must na a private part. You don't for allow let anybody put in mouth. Now you must. You understand? Then they you know they encourage her because waiting now you private part it belong to you. You understand? The third part now the Bobby. When I also touching Bobby there. Everybody show me your breast. Wait, Bobby. Man or woman, we are not allow anybody to play with you because now waiting, now you private part, right? Because now you private part. Now you listen. Why they talk so? I they ask back. Let one person tell me the 5 private parts in the body. Huh? So. How much parts I don't call? The first part outside. Under the God. The second one outside. You must. The third one outside. The breast. The fourth one. Now you waist. All not touch your waist. We don't call both socks by English. Yes. Nobody. The phone are in a community, so not allow any uncle or auntie not to waist like this. Hey, me my waist don't be go. You know fine. Yeah. Before say no, not touch me on my waist because now you waiting. Because that's because now you private part, right? And the last side, Englishman call and tie. Now middle the leg them. Touch them, middle the leg them. Nobody not for touching middle the leg. If somebody touching at them 5 private parts them, waiting una for do, una for will complain to una mama. Or una for will complain to una teacher them. Una understand? Yes. So waiting on 5 private parts. One now waiting quick. They don't in bed. One now waiting. Under the doors. 2 now waiting. You mouth. 3 now waiting. You body. 4 now waiting. You waist. 5 now waiting. You leg them, eh? So now sing for me. Sing quick. My private parts. It's coming. I'm putting this coming. And private parts. International. It is for me.
Private parts, I will tell. If you touch my private parts, I will tell. I will tell it to my mama, I will tell it to my daddy. If you touch my private parts, I will tell.
You need to see these kids. They will dance, they will march, they not if the mommy or daddy is touching the private.
That's now where Badagatu Guna, one of the schools then. I don't know what's exactly, but somewhere, I think I should not Freetown, eh? The province. Okay. So it's in McKinney, one of the schools, then, because you don't do that across the country, and this is not the conversation you're picking. And the second clip owner say before can later, that has a totally different question. We don't begin answer, but I'll ask a question around that second clip. And now most people don't think say this. It's normal until it happens now with society. My question is that how we engage parents, then teachers, educators, then and every community where say this is normal. So I have a daughter. Well, I have 2 daughters by the way. Okay, 1 and 3. And usually they come on do cow time for go school. There's this parking always say, hey, where that woman? I'm like, oh, it day all seem good. One day you just say, where me where? I know if you answer yourself, I just pass and. So I think the next day you get yourself, you understand, say, those days are gone. That's not in style again, but it's small because that's where they start always. How do you get people to understand that cultures have changed, times are not the same again, like first stairway picking and safe. Now even with the story of picking your own papa, the sexual abuser. How do you engage the communities apart from the children?
So one of the methodology we would use, because we get a lot of approaches for address this, we get community engagement. So when we started this, we start for engage teachers before we go to the school picking them. We start for engage teachers. We start for engage women's organizations for make them understand the importance of creating a space for make them picking them able to talk to them about their issues there. So whilst we engage them, there are a lot of sad stories will come up. Because even the people, big people within the community, don't understand them kinds here. Because society, don't thought we say, it's a taboo, forget a conversation around this sex education to begin them. So now, during their engagements there, so we tell them, say, it is very important for engage you picking on sex education. Because waiting they happen, if we, the parents, and fail for engage them, then they go learn them the wrong way in school. So we can give them example. If you picking go to school, in party go tell and say, hey, me I get me uncle now, also they touch me, sweet oh, it the wrong way. Waiting that picking they think, instead one go let it go try am. So if anybody don't answer, or then tell us that bobo didn't host, that my cousin, that my spouse, they touch me. So instead go for practice, for confirm, for ascertain waiting in party tell them. So if you the parents fail for tell you picking about dancing then they go learn them the wrong way. At the end of the day, now we they suffer.
Definitely. So doing this sort of engagement, we not ever get some kind of resistance because culturally, I can always say we all grew up in one day, me and my parents against sexual education talk. I did start safe. One day, we don't ever get a kind. Now we experiment for ourselves, we know certain things we might not even be the right things. Because if you as parents sit down and get engagement with speaking, things and the way they for no, we're not outside for no. How are they doing? We not ever face any form of resistance from parents say, no, I left this, or maybe religion. Some people they say, you're not Muslim, see the hijab, what you talk about this, or you're not Christian, you go church. This conversation, not for the get even in the churches and mosques, people they know why not taboo for talk about sex education.
We don't, like a couple of times with very close people as well. Someone go ask you, hey, this theory they do so, it will too exposing. I was like, one for make you expose, now that make you talk
that's
about
the essence of doing
we
it.
are not hiding it. But most times, how we can debunk that, how we can get them to understand, we always they share Rainbow Initiative then data, because they get very good data on them sexual assault and abuse case. In the reports where they put the GBV Survivor Incident Report 2024, over 2,000 sexual assault cases. And before this 2024, like in 2020, we'll start the engagement then 2019 reports. Instead get over, like for the picking them, nobody asked them, get over 300 and something cases for picking them.
Yeah. And that's the one the way they're able to record.
They're able for record.
Because there are lots of this happening in the provinces where nobody understands that, nobody knows it.
Yes, and we give them all the data, then they say this is happening. And we also they inform them, say, then see, I know they happen from extra person. Now somebody will get access to the picking them. For example, then uncle will get us, the aunties them, then bobo they all the men picking them. And I tell you, during the engagement, say, working don't get the parents them for understand. Then can spill. Then can really come and explain. There was one other parent who they explain, say, you get this in bobo with the men. This is bobo they taking girl picking every net, 5 years of age, they go tamper with them. The picking not be able for talk. Because at that age, you know, if you understand if na abuse, you don't know if na abuse. Because these are people where the picking trust. These are somebody where they you also they look up to. Then they are one. The other cases them, the people they will explain how even like what could they put auntie in that song. Now, as a result of their engagement with the Canadian community, we get auntie them when are the first exposed boy picking them to sex.
And it's a whole interesting thing altogether.
Yes.
People always think, say, they go to talk about pants. They say, this is not for only
for man.
Woman no more.
Yes.
Basically, not for girl picking no more.
Yes.
But it cuts across.
Yes. So we they get their explanation, the people then they testify, say this be don't happen to me. Say me small sister what men are us. Now be they expose me boy picking to sex. So these are clear evidence say this thing where they happen in our community is not good. And I tell you, most of their engagements are like who come up from the religious homes. It's like what they talk about like another part of this world.
Yeah.
They look at them strange. But when you they engage them, they can really understand the ramification.
That's one very interesting thing about Sierra Leoneans. We know the issues, we understand, say this is not issue, this is not problem. But they make like say we they far from the, we know, just like what we talk about these whole drugs issues. You know, we know people there, we know the pusherman there, we know that they take care, we know we have friends, we have relatives, we get, but all man no one talk and make like say, you know, this is not happening when it is indeed happening.
And that denial kind of syndrome in the Ambogu communities when it comes to sexual abuse, because like imagine when we come up from a religious home, me people they not go even want, like for example, just an example like my mama, you know go even want for things say this kind of thing they happen at this house. And we don't see homes them where they can be like some imam them that they get a boy picking them for teach them Quran. Them boy picking them, they abuse them picking them, they not the house, the girl picking them. We don't get any testimony like first hand. We don't get the church environment.
It's scary. Even the religious leaders, people that they call pastors, people they call sheikh, imams. In fact, that's the worst case scenario down there, because these are people.
We get examples of all those. We get cases of all those category of people. So I can tell me people say the environment being an Islamic or Christian environment no means say we picking them safe. Because the perpetrators them know say this is an environment where parents you know they pay attention to that kind of yes. They will take and say, oh no, yeah, with the land Quran, yeah, na Bible, home. So they know they think about that aspect there. So when we they engage young people in the community, we they make them known to them, we they give them examples of things here so where they happen. So if you and a mama, you know, create that safe environment for make you picking feel comfortable for talk to you. And I tell you, in many cases as well, so picking and they go through abuse, they will can't tell them parents them, but then we deny.
Yeah, and people need for know that, and I always say this without any fear. Say in my own personal life and all the people I don't deal with, the worst people I've dealt with are those who are very religious. You know. They pray every day, 5 daily prayer, you get prayer mark, they should go every day. They send a pastor, they make like say, holy pastor man. These are the people I fear, because you don't even know, you need to expect certain things that they can do. And these are things we all should talk about as a people, as a community, but we shy away for get these conversations. Now, you don't do this thing, you say it's across the country. I remember last year, I get some data here. During the 60 days of activism, you reached 23 schools across 8 districts. How far this initiative don't go? Is it just the same, or are you progressing, reaching more schools?
We are actually progressing, yeah. Because as I say, we get waiting a help now we structures them will get across the country. And I tell you, this we are doing it like voluntarily. We not even get funds for doing, but we they make effort. All the district coordinators them they on their toes, and the district teams them they volunteer, they reach out to our communities, then they reach out to our schools them for engage, picking them for let them understand how they protect themselves. And beyond the 16 days of activism last year, we also continue with the engagement. So now, in fact, one of the challenge we take when we get to meeting, we say every district should participate and report on the engagements here. So if you look at we page, you see different districts. So across Sierra Leone, the campaign is happening in the communities where we're able to reach. And we not only the rich communities, we also engage the media.
Yeah. So, you know, I get a lot of pictures and I will show all now, but there's a lot of pictures about you going to schools and various schools, and it brings me to the question, how would I say then schools and because there are a lot of schools who need this education in all each day. I understand when it comes to resources and challenges, but how do they select? How do they decide, say, okay, there are 3 schools here, would they go here, but we'll not go here? How do you make that decision?
So first, we look at the accessibility. For example, we not say we know they pay a member, they will not get funding on a voluntary basis. So we not go tell the members them for go pay transport, for go member come on Eastern, it go all the way Western.
Yeah.
So what we they do, like we get the team from Western Rural, just an example, like the example for Western area.
Yeah.
We get Western Rural, we get Western Urban. So the schools them, where they around for each member, because yes, and that community they the member will invite other members that they around that community, then go engage. So as far as we are able to reach the schools, we know they select. As long as na primary school, we they go there. In fact, some districts say they go beyond primary school, they even go to secondary schools. For
are the schools really accessible? That's why they want to go. And if it's resistance from school, they say
no, they are really accommodating. Okay. Because we know they just appear. We they reach out, we get people the way they coordinate. We they reach out to the principal, we tell them the concepts, what you want, then can really appreciate them. And I tell you, in most of those schools, because we get age-appropriate engagement, so they do. You cannot go to my before primary school, go begin tell and say, oh, we can't talk about rape, we they confuse them. So the language we they use, we they make sure say we break the language as in pieces for make them understand. And we also know, say, picking them, they're very good in songs. They will never forget. They are very good in songs. So we put this education in a song from Lekuna play and just now. Then picking them, they will see them don't get that kind of thing that they know they ever forget. And the schools, them all who don't engage so far, the principals, them, they promise, we say, that song, they use them for match, for going in class. Yeah. So we then do the national anthem, national pledge, and the song then the last. And you need to see these kids where they dance to this song. So if they forget anything, the song get everything we're supposed to protect them. And that song they're not going to forget them. Definitely. As I tell you, me community, them picking they're all sabi me. As they see me, so that woman will sing my private part, look at the past. And anytime they get opportunities for break me for back, then go can sing for me.
Definitely. So we shall go join that movement. You know, this is what we do here. I always keep proud for and bold enough for make commitments on my show, because with the follow what you boss do. It's here. I always make a commitment. And this morning I was speaking to entertainers and all that, and they say any promoting songs. It's like we are here. Count the song anymore. It's our duty as a union to promote. It's same thing with parents' education. It's something that needs to be done. We all get picking them. We get nieces, nephews. We all have, you know, young picking them, we get neighbor and all that. So now we all responsibility. So whenever, you know, we can support media-wise, you know, just give this more publicity, make people understand and know. Yeah. I think we're always willing to collaborate. I'm not talking about the data. The data come out. Not be take time to read all. You post on a group and I saw it. I was like, okay, share this data. And share data was for 2024 and the rainbow data. It's scary. Every year we get some very weird and strange cases. Like I said, I did a report a couple of years ago when I was doing something around sexual gender-based violence, and I talked to Dr. Olabisi from Rainbow Initiative, and she said the smallest kid where they don't sexually harass was 6 months. You know, it's unimaginable how somebody goes sexually harass 6 months old baby. It's similar to the data in 2024. You're talking about 2 months. It's gone down to that level. And in this, you advocate. Yeah, it's good to speak to schools, talk to picking them. But looking at this data, when I get plans for take the advocate to some other level, because maybe in terms of there are legislations, of course, in terms of calling on state actors, maybe for do more, do certain things then for ensure say this stops, because it just can't stop by educating the kids. It's fine for educating the kids then, but some things need to be done. We need to elevate them to some level. Are you thinking of that?
You know, say there are a lot of legislation where they're around that in the legal frameworks. Yeah. And a lot of time, from what come at this space, we just don't engage and talk to perpetrators. They want to stop, and I need for stop for it. You know that kind of focused conversation there? Yeah. And I don't need in this space. But this one...
It's not working.
No, it's not. But this one is not prominent. We attention not be too daily. We just focus on the legal reforms, how for protect the picking them. We focus on the perpetrators and then stop. They know they listen. And they tell you the Rainbow Initiative report last year, 2023, The total assault, sexual assault cases now 2,561. This year increase, 2024. We get 2,607.
This year we'll get a lot of legislation.
Yes.
It's still increasing.
Yes. So now, young women say, instead of we focus for waste to time our perpetrators, we dey focus on the victims. Because the pikin for able protect himself when mama no dey.
Because mama no go for the always, yeah.
He no go for the always. Papa no go for the always. He dey spend 5 days na school. Almost the whole of the day. Like me pikin dey come on house 8 o'clock. 7 something, they don't left na house. Then they can say 4, after 4, because at 4 o'clock they come out. Imagine that kind of small time when I get with them, the next day they don't go back. So we need for empower them, for make them able for protect themselves. Let pikin, I tell you, perpetrators, then they afraid for be called out. They not want for be called out. So if it touch pikin, then the pikin alarm. Tomorrow they afraid for touch that pikin. 30 we get 18 cases. 31 to 35 we get 7 cases. 36 to 40 we get 2 cases. 41 to 45 we get 1. 46 to 50 we get 2. 56 plus we get 6. Imagine, you see, where they watch it later, you they see say
the higher it goes, the age range.
yes,
goes,
you they see say from 0 to 15, now they get the highest. So that's why when we they engage this category of picking them, people them, now then we target. Therefore, able protect themselves, outside parents no day. What make we they engage both the pikin them and the parents them, because if the pikin them able to protect themselves, if they can't speak to the parents, let the parents able give them the platform. Yeah, but most of we, sometimes we are busy with work, we don't get time for picking them. Yes, if the pikin one can't tell you something, I can always like when they engage as community level, we can tell them say, the time when you picking they can't talk to you, that big full talk. Listen to them. When you listen to them, when it gets serious talk, it will come back because he know say he get the space. As I say that my video yesterday on that tramadol thing, I made me picking them for able to feel comfortable for talk to me about everything. Chris, in as much as abuse here, they work this kind where they work so. My other job now for listening to what happen at school. Like every day, like another day, then go use phone. So all the way to them, mommy, I have gist for you. I go sit down listen to that gist. Yes, and me picking me, they say, if they talk to somebody, they tell nine paddy. So they tell him paddy, say, mommy, where you see you come on, they can't explain ya all thing. He said it's not too important. He go all in phone, so he go all in phone, he go they watch. Where you still talk something, he put in phone down. If they explain to him paddy. So let us create that environment where we picking them. They feel safe, comfortable for one can to we for can explain. Imagine all the cases Sunday, it's so alarming. And these are cases them we again initiative for lay hands on. If you engage with other community people them, a lot of things and you know the bad thing where they happen, the challenge in all of this. The parents them sometimes where they know of their abuse they are so. But because the people that were involved, now them people them, na family person, then they cover them up.
Most times.
They will. And I can tell them how they engage in the community. So you take your brother important pass your pikin in life.
Yeah.
Because extra person know they get access to the pikin. Now people they very, very close. That teacher, that impadi with them in a school. Now they no more get access to them picking them. So if you not create that safe space for make you begin vent all kinds of things, it will always go.
This you know, it's shocking, it's interesting, it's revealing. You know, like when you talk, I just allow you to go on and on, and I'm you know, really sometimes surprised, sometimes shocked. You know, even when you look at the data, you look at the age range. You know, we had a conversation before we started the show, like 5-month-old Pekin, like
2 months.
What is this?
2 months.
2-month-old Pekin. Like how does it even happen? Well, and it's sad. No, let's focus on now the schools. You know, the schools that don't seem to be this center for all kinds of things. Just I'll go back to the drug issue. Now we don't get people. We spent an entire week just about drug, and we had a backlash, you know, and back and forth, and people were agitated and all that. But the people that they use the schools now because they no say. In terms of drugs, I know say picking all 10, 11 years, why you go checking back for drug? You don't expect it to happen. It's the same thing with the sexual exploitation. It happens in schools. There was a case recently, I think it was a Justice Convent, where one teacher and all that, and I think he went to the judicial court and all that. And how do you help to monitor some of these schools? I know say it's a difficult job. I know say you don't have resources.
Yeah.
But the government don't get resources for take care of rehab centers and all that thing. So we not even want to ask about the government inside. But are there plans to have some kind of mechanism among volunteers and people that are passionate about this to do some monitoring? Because of course governments can't do everything. Other people will do all things, but if we have people who are passionate about this and just monitor, because I think the figures are a lot higher than we get. But the Rainbow can only report what they have.
Yeah.
What are plans? Or when I look for collaboration, engagement.
Okay, so one of the things when we get into this advocacy, because we need advocacy awareness raising around the pants. Yeah. So like what we get into where people they get cases in our communities, then they reach out to me. And they reach out. Then we find out, say, we need more collaboration. Because we get institutions where they do different things. So I give you an example of one heartbreaking case where they draw me attention to. In fact, now that even motivates we for reach out to Rainbow Initiative. Because when cases they happen, then rape, then sexual abuse cases, then can reach out to Rainbow, Maristob, Don Bosco. So those are all institutions where we need for collaborate, because if we can able to escalate the case system. Recently, somebody reached out to me, saying a person gave me number. There is a case between a daddy and Pekin. This daddy, he don't dey tamper with him Pekin from when Pekin 6 years of age. The mama no dey tongue, 9 days with the Pekin. And when I engage the Pekin, where they explain, at age 6, because I was curious how this thing starts. So where the daddy go don't study the Pekin and it, he tell and say go na home lego leader. And these are trusted individuals. Now you papa, you know they even think say it will get any kind thing against you. So this thing starts for go on. It starts for play with the Pekin breast. It starts for use finger panel. This papa begin use finger pa this Pekin from when the Pekin 6 years, say 11 years. 9 pennies get him. And you know the heartbreaking thing? The mother were involved in this case, he not even believe in Pekin in the first place. The Pekin where it be small, she told her mother.
This happen,
but the mama, who's kind of they talk so, you know they believe in Pekin.
It's the same culture.
You know the time. You know the time where the mama finally believe. When the Pekin tell him the sex position where in leg, where in papa they tell him for pull for him. Wow. That was the time the mommy believe.
So these are conversations we need to have. Very strong conversations. We really scare away from discussing.
We don't like to discuss it. We don't
make like say they happen.
Like they happen. It is happening. It happens, yeah. And this person, he is like very respectable person in our society. You involve in any kind of thing and the Pekin at the end of the day, it begin bleed. It wet by himself. You understand? So when they report this case, at the end of the day, the mama tawa say let them left him man. In fact, the way you go report, the mama they tell the woman say not to send the woman. So I was like, this woman really sure, like if nine born is speaking,
or in normal. Sometimes
or is it normal?
Maybe psychologically something done or all that.
So the
because
inspector.
You just can't imagine how a mother.
Yes. I reached out to the inspector. It's like the inspector in charge of it, he's on top of the situation. He's really, really trying. They arrest the man. The mommy, they're all over the place for letting release the man.
Okay. That's a matter we will follow up. It's very interesting.
This is not a case between this Pekin and Papa.
No, of course not.
It is a case between the states and this man.
It's a criminal matter, yeah.
It is. So you, the mama, you go and Allah, you know, not so you power will make them left this man. You need for face the law.
Yeah. I'll show you. It's a case we'll follow up. We'll definitely follow up.
So I reached out.
Like this.
I reached out. I already don't inform the Minister of Gender. They're also interested in it. I talked with Charles Vandy. We meet up somewhere. I explained him. He's really interested. And I'll also reach out to Rainbow Initiative. So how are they reach out to them people? Like, where will they go, why they follow up on the matter? Then we say, oh, we don't send the Peking at Rainbow. I was like, okay, we have somebody at Rainbow. I need to follow up. Yeah. Then we say, oh, at some point, they talk about Don Bosco. We make her even reach out to Don Bosco. So I know say, this work we they do now, interlink with their institutions there. So because when anything they happen, then go reach out to all of them, Mary Stopes, because then they deal with them, fistula issues and all that stuff there. So I know say we need for reach out to the institutions there. So it is really, really sad. Like, I'm not able to wrap me it around that.
Very, very sad. Now, we'll talk about the support system around, you know, when I do this, and mostly it's quiet. It's when I didn't make as much noise as other organizations, other institutions, you know, I see what you do, they follow and all that, and it's something good. Because we all are affected at some point in time, just like drugs. It's something we all, look at this incident you talk about right now. I don't get an idea of that. It's something we need to bring to the fore, more discuss on.
Yeah.
Some people are going to be uncomfortable as usual.
Very uncomfortable.
But it's good. And we like, you know, when we bring issues up and people are uncomfortable, we really, it excites us. That's what excites us in this job. Come with issues to the fore and people are uncomfortable. Now, let's talk about partnership again. You know, we don't ever attempt to forget support from, almost a government for a start. I know government is always challenged. Government, the issues themselves way therefore solve, you know, they get problems with Andy. But something like this, I don't think say an initiative like this could be explained to any public official, when I parents himself, and they really know how for support. What's happened around that line in terms of support? And you need finances.
Yeah,
but they're going to do all this work there. It comes with resources. Mm-hmm. What's happening around the resources and how we're able to galvanize? Because you don't just depend on, you know, from your pockets and all and volunteer. Yeah. It won't be as effective.
So we are on it, and there are people that are willing to support actually. Yeah, and we'll continue to reach out because if we get that kind of funding, we're able to reach more communities, we're able to get more ambassadors in the communities, because a lot of time, all the communities that would engage, we must get one or two ambassadors them in that community. They will not picking them as well, because then they're able to understand the language them better. And even the parents them for engage them, it takes a lot, because you know we go old people them for almost hours for talk to them, you know, able to give them water.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
So all of those, yeah, we are. It's on the pipeline. Yeah, we are reaching out, and we'll continue to reach out.
So, on our institution, what are the plans? Let's assume we have the resources for those kind of things. And how far we now reach? We not get any, like a target? Okay, 2024 we will reach to 23 schools, 8 districts, for example. 2025. This is our target. These are the people we want to reach in this number of schools. Because I still really believe there are a lot of schools that need this. A lot of people don't even think this is important because they don't understand the gravity. But when you really get Rainbow Initiative then report and you see people, for example, 6 months old picking, you know, say, you know, it's really a serious problem. It's out of the ordinary. It's out of the normal.
Yeah, it's sad. So most times when I discuss this, I'm very quick to be emotional because it's really heartrending just thinking about the safety of your kids. If that 2 months old picking not safe, you 10 years old picking safe not safe.
In what
so it's a lot. Then definitely, if we get funding, we are going to spread. We are going to spread the campaign. The good thing is we have structures. The structures are functional, where they able help for make we get the target schools them want in each of the districts them. And that is huge. It will mean say we have 16 engagements them in 16 districts. So we are on it and we are working on it assiduously.
Speaking of emotions, and Ms. Afki very emotional when I discuss things like this, because these are things that affect the future of the very nation. Picking them. And, you know, those of us who are parents now get speaking. If possibly it's about 2 months old picking, what about we? You know, I have 2 daughters, and They spend like 5-6 hours in school every day. Imagine. Now drugs they are under force, now one issue. Then you have the very people who should be protecting the children, teachers, in fact, parents back and
So when I talk to me mama yesterday, I say when we the campaign about safe environment, even this tramadol drug states, it makes the work more cumbersome. Because imagine innocent picking them, they are victims to this. The video where Truth Media played this morning, where I posted yesterday, it's so trending. And all boils down for make you picking feel comfortable for talk to you. This bobo go with tramadol. Well, then call on 225 na school. They go give 2 of in other classmates. But the one bobo, in no drink him, it's away. The other one, imagine, he split them. Yeah. The other one, we drink the split one. That guy, they say throw up, he be weak, and they say na bobo will troublesome. So we became kind of us, and you don't understand. Mommy, what is I have a gist for you. What is 225?
Maybe understand.
Yes. Miss, I don't even know. I don't ever know what is 225, honest to God. And then I said, okay, I will ask. He said, he explained how say this boy go in company that thing they begin vomit, they be weak. But he said, no understand, so he said, they can ask me. So I called the school immediately. And before I called the school, I called people for understand, waiting at 225. And then somebody said, that's tramadol. I was like, seriously? Because I was in denial when I was listening to Kindo Amani. Yeah. I was in denial. I was very skeptical. I was like, how possible picking in class? I don't even.
I manage at the schools and all
yes.
that.
So it just come on my foot like that. We go to the school, by the time we reach the school now, they don't interrogate the two bobo, they don't confirm. The bobo will carry them, in safe camp. At first he won't deny, then later, then threaten he spill. He say yes, he carry them. Maybe they say now one he carry, then come in and say no, not 2. They say you take 1 and you split the 1. Imagine that bobo take 1 of that 225, they're not in order.
Yeah. Let me say they don't take regularly.
And a very strict school. So the school summoned the parents immediately, then come. The parents say, can already the boy interview say na in border na in the medicine. Then the proprietor say, ask her, you be sick with border give you? He say no. So now where the mommy can now interview say the boy na in neighbor, but because na the same axis then they go school, so he can make and make you go drop. So according because it's what left there, one of the parents and not be don't commit. When the Uma updates me on net, waiting they don't reveal now. That's the bobo, the big bobo now 16 years of age. I think it is SS1 or SS2, but the school and a neighboring schools. This small bobo wake up with the 10 years old bobo wake up with tramadol at the school. It be they go guess how they go learn Quran. So that side way they learn Quran in Kalmoko na introduce them to the tramadol. But when the mosque can't aware about this Kamoko in practice and Drebam. So those are the people who can pollute the religions. Yeah. Then Drebam. But when Drebam, because you don't introduce this bobo, the bobo like it's in the inam. Yeah. So this bobo now, they take this tramadol from this man, then go into partnership with this 16 years old bobo. So in the supply, the tramadol, the 10 years old, they supply the tramadol to the 16 years old bobo. The 16 years old bobo, in your school, we get a lot of people away one time. So if they go sell, wow. Where they go sell in a school, the profits and the sheba.
Imagine at
10 years.
At 10 years.
And that's before 10, because now they know. Now we know about that. Before 10.
But I said it's all 18 now.
So what's the principal ask them, what do they do with that money? Where then they give you? Where on the shape? And say, oh, and they use them for buy stuff them. It's even this scrape away, now from that money they are buying. Then in mama be one for interject, oh, na me buy for another crib. Then the woman tell and say, this speaking anything talk na ya, not to lie not to. Now I say, no, in be together. When I say, ask you picking, you say pull the money be together.
And these are parents way because you picking, it's kind of cover.
Yes.
It's bad.
So this speaking, what can expose her now? This 16 years old, but what tell and say now for can introduce the business now me picking in school. So that was the first day we go with her, that 2 days ago, where he go with he go with 2 for road test. So imagine if this thing not be exposed, if I don't introduce them about then inside begin do the business at the school. The proprietress was so shattered there. He said, imagine if this thing not become now. So me school for don't go into this thing. I don't know.
Definitely. No, it's an
So I told them that we are going
conversation.
to amplify this.
Yeah.
That school day, I describe forget the name of the school because it is entrenched in that school already.
Yeah. No, that we like some of these names. We name her. You know, I tell like as long as it's factual and all that, we name her. You know, this is very eye-opening conversation, and these are the conversations we like to have. Try and imagine we start. So we're talking about parent education and how picking and
It's like the same safety of our kids.
Now it's all drug issue. Now we see why we take a whole week and drug issue every single day, counts every single official around the drug-related issue because it's a pandemic or epidemic, and you call it now, you know, it's an issue that's affecting our nation. It's something we should look at.
They don't take them kind of substance then they.
Yeah.
Now then go rape them, then company in our school, then go tamper with them. So we are still talking about safety environment for our kids. It's what
So as we really wrap up, you know, there's a lot to talk. We need to take this conversation. We need to get more of this at some point in time. As we wrap it up, what will be your message? You know, you want to talk to them parents, and we sit on our host now. They might listen, or later on they will scroll through, they look at the program. What will be your message to them? But at the end of the day in denial, look like this woman in Piquet talks, let me buy this crepe from that money. You say no, you know, they even support them. Some people, as far as they're concerned, that they Piquet and do bad, therefore support them. So that will be a message to them parents and they.
I want to talk to my family out there. It is tough, but first we need to create an environment for make we pikin and feel comfortable for talk to we. We need for they listen to we pikin them on the small things the way they tell we. If you pikin can't tell you about Mr. A touch on a private part, pay attention to that. Engage that you pikin the other you brother, the other you uncle we again us. Kids don't lie. They always feel free for talk exactly what they happen. And so we religious communities, I also want to make we understand, say, being in a religious setting, not make we picking them safe. As this speaker will talk about the tramadol, now in Kamoko introduce them. The man where I talk about say is sexually abusing Pekin, he's a pastor and he gets a church. So it's an eye-opener. I know say a lot of people don't like what they talk about this, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. We can't turn a blind eye. Make we pay attention to we picking them. Make we talk to we picking them. The perpetrators them not they listen. The only way we they able to save we picking them now for make we picking them understand what sexual abuse is and encourage them. If now your uncle line touch you, if now your auntie touch you, if now your teacher line touch you, come talk to we. That is the role we need for play as parents. Not take anybody for granted. I always tell people around me, my kids, everybody around my kids, they are suspects.
Well, man, definitely.
They are suspects. Male, female, they are suspects. So make we not take this thing for granted. Make we talk to picking them in terms of drugs, in terms of sexual abuse. Make we picking them feel comfortable for talking.
Thank you very much, Bariatu, for your time and, you know, having this engaging conversation and this revealing conversation. These are the conversations we want. These are the conversations we'll continue to have here on Truth Media and on Stop Press. You know, if you surf there around and you think that this is an issue, you know of people them, you know of instances them, you have evidence, bring it here and we'll bring it on the show. And when they talk all the time, the only thing we need to talk now, something we not get evidence or something that false or something for blackmail person, no, we won't discuss that. But as long as it's factual, it's something that's affecting this nation, that we responsibility to the talker. We are not like you are, you know, like, you know, we really don't care about that. We care about the peace, progress, and unity of this country. And, you know, this drug issue don't translate to several other instances and don't even go to picking them. When I don't see the videos, I don't hear the discussions. And we'll keep this conversation going. Thank you so much for all the people that will join me on the Facebook Live. We listen to the program, those on the radio, and you know all my colleagues here will put the program together. Simon, Ansu, technical staff, they enjoy the pictures they wanna get and the audio and all that. And you know DJ Muski will be in the mixer. This is how we wrap up Stop Press for this edition, and we'll definitely be here back on Monday for another edition of Stop Press. My name is Christian Conte. Thank you again to Bariatu, and this is Stop Press. Goodbye.
I hope that our visitors would listen to this song carefully, because it's true.